knock off the Utah State Aggies 66-60, and my goodness, you went 5 minutes without scoring there in the second half, and you still somehow figured out a way to win.
Well, I first want to talk, it's been a tough week for them, with Coach retiring, and he's meant so much to the game of basketball, and I told him that before the game, and I think the amazing thing is what he's done, how he's carried himself, what he's done with student athletes, and that's a credit to him. It's a credit to the administration, their AD, Scott Barnes, their fan base that have stayed with him through ups and downs, 9 NCAA tournament appearances. And if you look through the West Coast, and you can count them on your hand, and one thing is with Stu, with Rick Majerus when he was 15 years at Utah, Randy Bennett's been 14 at St. Mary's, Dave Rice has been 11 or 12 at BYU, Steve Fisher, 16 years at San Diego State and doesn't go to the Sweet 16 those 12th years. When fan bases and administrators and presidents believe in a coach that's in charge, then you have the success like Stu Morrow. And he's a credit to the game, and he's going to be sorely missed. I've always respected him, does some good things. He had his team ready tonight. We just were fortunate. We did go 5 minutes without scoring, and we had some guys on the floor that didn't listen very well and didn't do what we wanted them to do. And if guys aren't going to buy into our culture and our program, then they're not going to play. And I've come to this decision, and I'm just not going to play guys. Now, Xavier Adams was taken out of the lineup just to do a change, and I didn't play him in the second half because he's got a chest cold, bad chest cold. He's got major congestion. I just didn't want to put him in a tough situation. But I thought Devin Williams and Obach battled, and JJ battled. He was in foul trouble. And then Hugh Greenwood played like he should. Hugh Greenwood took open shots, let the offense come to him, and then he can play like that. I thought he was outstanding. I thought Tim Jacobs did some great stuff. And then Deshaun was back to playing his game. And, I've talked to him about it for 2 games. I think staying out on this trip, I know I miss my wife and my family. I know our guys miss Albuquerque because we love it. But it was good learning experience for us to do some great teaching on the road. And I think some of our guys grew up. I'm really optimistic about our team. And we're 3-1 going home to play 2 home games. And I hope our fans come out and raise a lot of hell in the pit and help carry these guys, a new team, to two home wins.
Coach, huge win here on the road.
Yeah, tough spot. I mean, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Hunter, but it was the 2 toughest spots to play probably in the league.
Yep.
And we talked about that.
Yeah, no, and you guys found a way to win. Little luck with the technicals, but there were some dry spells. You guys kind of faced some challenges offensively against their defense. But found some gaps and got to the free throw line and made free throws tonight. That was
Obach hit 3 of them.
Yes. 3
big ones, and then he airballed the 4th one, but he made 3 big ones. And then Devin kept going. He kept getting he got his shot block. He's got to work on his shot fake, but he kept going. He kept attacking. He kept playing hard. But some of our guys, if you don't buy into the deal and buy into our culture and you're going to play defense, then you can't play. When we put guys in and they go right at you, that should tell you a lot about what they think about your defense and how they think of you as a player. And if you're not going to buy in and listen and do the things we're going to do, then we're going to play, we'll cut it down to 6, 7, 8 guys. But we're not going to play 11 unless you do what we ask you to do. And I've tried, I've talked, I've prodded, I've been a nice guy, and now my nice guy is all about winning basketball games and trying to win a championship.
Well, it's obvious that you've become definitely more vocal. You're hoarse right now. We can tell you've been working it tonight.
Well, I got to work it, and that's what I love to do. I do a lot of energy. I try not to grind them as much. I got to be a little bit more positive, but I think what I did tonight was I was really on Obach, and he hasn't really responded when I've gotten on him. And tonight I thought I got on him. He made a couple bad plays, and he really grew up as a man tonight. He really stepped up and made big plays for a great kid. He's all about his teammates. One thing that's really unique about our team, JJ's out of the game, and O scores or make a free throw, and JJ goes nuts. JJ makes a play, and O goes crazy and is happy for him. And that's what's being. I told him before the game how to win a road game. It's intensity, urgency, togetherness, team first. Everybody buys in. And you gotta be together. And if you're not together, then you're not going to get it done. And I think we got a lot of guys together. And if the guys aren't, they're going to be left behind on the bus.
Yep. Now, you found that there were some dry spells, but we talked about this earlier before the game. You got to find a way to score.
Right.
San Diego State scored 42 points. Tonight you scored 66 points. Hugh stepped up. Hugh,
He did.
huge.
But he played, Hunter, and you're a basketball player, and
played
Robert's
with
seen enough of it. He played within his game. The first half, he really didn't have any good looks, and then he let the game come to him, and he boom, boom, 3 in a row. And then he had a great look for the corner. A great look from the corner, and he took a good shot. He just didn't make it. And I got no problem with that. I told the guys, I don't have any problems with missing shots, maybe turning the ball over unless it's just really, really careless and it's not within our offense, and playing your butt off, getting on loose balls, taking charges. I get upset when you don't do the game plan, when you don't listen to the timeout, you don't screen, do the things that you've been taught. That's when I have an issue.
Well, you played defense, and you guys rebounded. You had 14 offensive rebounds.
And we talked about that in the hotel before you came when we were on the elevator. And that was, what's the key? And I said, we've got an offensive rebound. If we can offensive rebound. And then I thought D.D. was terrific. I thought he came back. He didn't feel sorry for himself. It was good because we had a practice at the Utah Jazz facility twice, and he didn't dribble down to pass it into the post, and I jumped him. It was the first time he's ever, went back and said something, and that's what I want. I want guys with fight, but I want guys that are going to learn, and I was proud of him. I was proud of that fight. I love guys that want to fight and want to compete, and that's one thing that our guys have done. They've taken on the passion of our town and our state and our fans, and they play their butt off, and that's all I want them to do. I just want them to play hard.
What did you say to Hugh over here? He missed a 3 on this wing.
I said, Hugh, here's the deal. You let the game come to you. You banged out 6 threes. The guy is running at you. All you got to do is shot fake him, and then you're going to have a horse shot. And to his credit, he's been an unbelievable learner. He's been an unbelievable listener, and he's the glue. But I still have to keep pushing to get where we want to go, and he knows it. And he's always receptive, and he's never, never turned his back, never not listened to me, and he's improving every game.
What did the guys do differently or do better in the second half? Utah State made 7 threes in the first half, only 2 in the second.
Well, I think we went man to man, and then we were getting too deep. On the zone, we got too deep, and we weren't closing out like we're capable of doing. We were kind of closing out saying, oh, let's see if you make one, then they bang 7. But then we went 3-2 zone in the second half, which covers their perimeters better than the 2-3 zone, and it gave them a little trouble. They weren't ready for it. So we got a little bag of tricks for people. We just got to continue to keep working and keep getting better. Just really proud of my guys to get a road win.
There's such a huge split on this trip, right? You talked about the 2 toughest venues.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really, really emotional. I thought their kids played really well for Coach. It's just a tough situation for them this week, and he's one of the best coaches in the country, and I got the utmost respect for him. And I thought he got a great effort from his guys, and it was a great crowd, and it was a loud crowd. So it's good to get a split. It'll be interesting to see how many people in our league get a split with these 2 teams.
Oh. Yeah, just a brutal trip and a great result tonight.
Be good to get home.
Yeah, and you guys are getting out of the pass here tonight. So.
Yeah, that's why I got my sweats on.
Absolutely. So. Safe travels to Salt Lake.
Guys, I appreciate y'all being here, and, go Lobos, and we'll see all the fans when we get home. We're looking forward to seeing everybody.
See you back in Albuquerque.
See you.
Lobo head coach Craig Neal, your Delta Dental coach's comments brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. Almost 400,000 New Mexicans